All month long, we're going to be talking about faith. And faith is believing what Jesus did can change me. By having faith, we believe that what Jesus did in his life and what he does now can change who I am. And today we've got a fascinating story about that because we see a story about Paul who was being told that if he goes to a certain place, he's going to get in trouble and some tough things are going to happen. So what I want you to do is to read this story with your friends and your family and to answer a few questions that will come up on the screen. So I want you to see what Paul does in response to being told that he's going to get in trouble if he goes to a certain place and how he uses that as an opportunity to tell people about Jesus, because that's what our bottom line is going to be about today. So that's what I want you to do right now. Pause the video, read this story, and answer these few questions. And then when you're done, press play, and we'll continue from there. Okay, this story is crazy. Paul was specifically told if he went to a certain place, he was going to get in trouble. And what happened? He got in trouble. He got beaten up. He got thrown into prison. It was just a rough spot. And it wasn't just something that happened like for a week or 2 weeks. He was in prison for 2 whole years. But at the end of this time, he has an opportunity to share about Jesus. He has an opportunity to tell a bunch of people, including the king, about Jesus. And Paul did not waste that opportunity because, as our bottom line says, the story of Jesus is bigger than every other story. Paul knew how important it was for him to be able to share about Jesus to these people, especially the king. And it makes us think, hey, am I telling the story of Jesus to other people? Am I using the opportunities I have, both good and bad, to share about Jesus to other people? So I want to encourage you today, think through how you can use every opportunity to share about Jesus, just like what Paul did. Because remember, the story of Jesus is bigger than every other story. So I want to encourage you to think through, how are you using the story of Jesus to tell it to other people in both good situations and bad situations? Because ultimately we know that the story of Jesus can impact people's lives and it can change us. It changed my life, I know that for sure. And I'm happy to share that with other people. And it also kind of ties in with a little bit about our memory verse for the month. Our memory verse is Ephesians 2:8. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this not from yourself. It is the gift of God. It is the gift of God that we've been saved. And it's just our opportunity now to take that gift and be able to present it to other people and share with them that the story of Jesus does change everything. And it's bigger than any other story that we could possibly learn about or share about. All right, everyone, that wraps it up for us today. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you are able to stretch your faith this week, and we'll come back next week with an even new story about faith.